Okay, well, I wanted to tell you that we were in combat for, I would say, about a week, but when we went into combat for Death Man's Ridge to try to secure it, uh, I was uh, I was under attack by the Germans, and the small arm fire were coming by me. Uh, I thought I was going to get hit, but I didn't at that time. But a 88 shell exploded near me, and part of the shrapnel went through my boot and into the fleshy part of my right foot and lodged in there. It was bleeding, but I didn't know that at the time. But I kept moving until we got close to the village, and when we got to the village, a lot of our guys were being killed, and the bazooka team got blown up and killed. Friends of mine from Wisconsin, and
What was his name?
uh, Shimrock. Yeah, great guy, great kid, just a wonderful boy. Got direct hit by an 88, blew both of them to pieces, and then I entered that area past where he was killed, and looking down into the valley. And when Red Emick and me, and we looked down into the valley, all we could see was German Tigers and Panzer tanks coming up through the snow up the valley. There must have been hundreds of them with infantry, all in white. We had no camouflage whatsoever. So we knew we had to retreat. And then the Colonel Coots was there near us, and he said, "We're in retreat, but I want you to go down to take care of the switchboard where all the wounded are in the cellar." So I did that. I left Emick. I don't know where he went. But I went down into the cellar. I took over the switchboard. It was all knocked out. There weren't any lines that were working. And I'd never been on a switchboard before. But all the wounded, there must have been 30, 40 guys that were all wounded in the cellar. And that lasted for about maybe 10, 15 minutes or longer. And my sergeant, his name was Rupsch, Sergeant Rupsch, great guy, and Emick were together, and they came to the opening of the cellar and said, we're going to be captured. We're all surrounded. So get out of there. We'll go back, see if we can get out in the back. So I got out, and all three of us went to the back of the Belgian home, and a German tank came right through the area where the cattle are, and we know, hey, this is it. So we went down the stairs into the back cellar. There's just the three of us, Red Emick, me, and Sergeant Rupsch, and we knew we were going to get captured. We just didn't know what to do there. We were there talking about it for less than 3 minutes, 5 minutes, I don't know. And I was selected to surrender with a little handkerchief I had. It wasn't white, it was something. And when I got to the stairway going up, there was a German soldier there with a grenade in his hand. And we made eye-to-eye contact. And I swear to God, if it wasn't for doing that, he would have thrown that grenade down. And it was just like seconds, and we looked at one another. And I had this little OD handkerchief in my hand. And he put the grenade down and said in German, "Wie viel are you down? How many are in the cellar?" And I know that was German. I could understand what he was saying. And I put up my three fingers like this, and I said, "Drei." And he said, "Rausnadu, rausnadu." And that was it. That was the end of the war. So I came up the stairs with the sergeant and Red, and a couple of German soldiers took our weapons all away, our ammunition, our grenades. Didn't touch any of our personal items at all. After the Germans took all of our ammunition and our grenades, we walked out to the street, and that's when I saw one of my best friends I used to jump with. He was mortally wounded, laying up against the Belgian home, and half his face was gone. And Mac was one of my best friends.
You know, what kind of state was he in when you had seen him?
When I saw him, he was actually just leaning against the outside of the house, sitting on the ground, and I could half his face was gone. That's all I could say. And I asked a German officer if they would take care of him, and he said he would take care of him. I mean, they were very, helping. And I presume they did because I don't know what happened to him after that. It's the last I saw of him. But to this day, he's an MIA. His family never recovered his body. And they've tried many times. Matter of fact, his son, who never met his dad, went back to Germany on several occasions into that area and trying to locate and find out from the German government what happened to his dad, and they never could do it. So I'm in touch with his son, who now lives in North Carolina, and we're very close.